government officially closes Karuma Bridge for the next 3 months. And youths urged to join hands to fight teenage pregnancies and child marriages in Nebi district. This and more in the NILE News Bulletin. A warm welcome, viewers, to the NILE on West Nile Television. It's the 19th of September 2024. Let's dive straight into the stories that have made headlines tonight. Vendors in Paida Town Council Zombo District have raised red flags against the decision taken by Paida Town Council Authority to lock down latrines located in the taxi park, which serves more than 2,000 people during the market days. Alfred Jawok reports.
Vendors in Paida Town Council Zombo District have raised a red flag against the decision taken by Paida Town Council Authority to lock down latrines located in taxi park, which serves more than 2,000 people during market days. The vendors are concerned that locking down such places will put the health of the people at risk, as the latrines have been closed for more than 2 weeks without clear notification to the public. According to Olivia Youngroth, chairperson taxi park market vendors, the local community is willing to cooperate with the town council to sensitize and spread the message of good health to the vendors. Fred Okesha, a taxi driver in Paida Town Council, blames Town Council Authority for not doing enough to provide health education to the residents. Okesha expresses concern that with the closure of public toilets, maintaining sanitation will be a challenge to them.
Then back with you, my surrounding me bus park at the Sabitan of Woodson, the name of Fish, as a fish, which did any anybody will tell that he raised the company. Yeah. You should timber and go and in one pack of throwing me to support your board. I should initiate the position. Wash parity in a town council, cash operate. Then you have made the speed petition, maybe corporal, restaurant job on the rock.
In response, Patrick Oriema, Assistant Town Clerk by the Town Council, urged community members to cooperate with the Town Council Authority to maintain their health during these 2 weeks when the toilets are being worked on. Oriema castigated the vendors for using the wrong platform to raise their concerns.
They don't need to suffer because we have an alternative. There is a toilet by the National Water constructed. That side, newly constructed, that side of the market. So for now, they can run to that toilet, that side of the market, to help themselves for a period of like a week. All the materials are already assembled by the engineer, and before you came in, we had just been discussing with the engineer, and they are starting work today.
Reports from Paida Town Council indicates that there is an alternative public toilet constructed by National Water and Sewage Corporation, but the vendors have failed to use them. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories, the government of Uganda is set to close Karuma Bridge by Monday, the 23rd of September 2024, for at least 3 months to give way for the government to carry on with their repairs work on the bridge. According to the Minister of Works, General Katumba Wamala, government has provided the second ferry at Masindi Port to help connect the northern Uganda to central and western Uganda. Stephen Okello reports.
Before announcing the closure of Karuma Bridge, General Katumba Wamala, Minister of State for Transport, was taken on the bridge to assess the level of damage on the bridge.
Now the team, as you can see, is scraping every part and bit of the bridge to ensure that the integrity is still standing. But as you can see, some of the spots, you can see the leakages. So if you see the leakages, that means that the water is coming all the way from the top, and that means even the bars which are there have already corroded.
Then he announced that the bridge will be closed for at least 3 months.
We are permanently closing this bridge, permanently, so that we can give these people enough time to do work. Because now we are not only going to replace what you have seen down there as rotten things, but we are going to replace the top. The whole of the deck is going to be replaced, so that it is made more safer to avoid those kind of leakages which you have seen down there. We are also going to improve on the safety. We are going to put more strong materials to ensure that if tomorrow you veer off, God forbid, if you veer off, then you just bounce off and bounce back.
Saying China Railway 7 and National Enterprise Corporation of UPDF are the two companies contracted by government to implement the repairs of this important bridge which connect northern Uganda to central Uganda.
We are also going to put lights on the bridge so that people cannot say, I didn't see, I didn't know. Maybe some people may be using the road for the first time. So we are going to put lighting. We are going to improve on the approaches a bit, not so much, but maybe clearing some of the approaches, and also putting better signage as you approach the bridge. So what we are going to require now is the cooperation of everybody.
According to General Katumba Wamala, government has provided second ferry at Masindi Port to ease movement of travelers from northern Uganda to central Uganda.
For people traveling from the north and those going there, what we have done now is to put a second ferry on Masindi crossing so that we can manage the traffic. We hope that that will improve, and also the approach route, the approach road is going to be improved. It's going to be worked on to ensure that what has been happening with vehicles getting stuck there will not happen again.
Local traders around Karumba Bridge are asking government to provide them with a speedboat to enable them move their goods from Karumba Trading Center in Kirandongo district to Kamdini Trading Center in Oyam district.
The cost of this bridge is going to bring to us a lot of problems. Now, there's no way we are going to pay this loan. I was appealing to the government whether they could get for us this motorboat, the one which uses the engine. If they could put for us up there, we use for closing coming up to the business. I think we can get something to pay our loan. But if they totally close, I think we are going to be a big problem now.
Meanwhile, the transporters are wondering whether the ferry service will be available in the night, since most of the travelers like moving in the night.
We the transporters, are we going to be given the chance or opportunity to move in even at night from the Masindi port? How about the big lorries that will be carrying about 50 tons and 20 to 30 tons and above? What are the solutions to them? Are they going to still be allowed to board the ferry with all the tonnage and everything?
They are also worried if the ferry service will also favor the heavy truck drivers.
Are we going to offload the luggage from the bus, then the bus crosses without the luggage in the ferry? Or we are going to leave the bus the way it is, all the people that disembark and we cross with the ferry? How about the big lorries that will be carrying about 50 tons and 20 to 30 tons and above? What are the solutions to them? Are they going to still be allowed to board the ferry with all the tonnage and everything?
The 61-year-old bridge that was built by British government, which was meant to serve for 50 years, will cost Uganda over 7 billion to repair. Stephen Okello for West Nile Television, Nilecast.
And more in our stories this evening, His Highness Jepta Warom, the chief of Padwot Chiefdom, who doubles as the Speaker of Alur Kingdom, has urged the youths within Greater Nebi to join hands in the fight against teenage pregnancies and child marriages. Take a look.
His Highness Jepta Orom, the chief of Padwot Chiefdom, who doubles as Speaker Alur Kingdom, has urged youths within Greater Nebi to join hands in fight against teenage pregnancies and child marriages. According to Chief Oram Jepta, youths have left the struggle to fight the vice only in the hands of elderly people, yet youths are the victims. He was speaking on Wednesday, 18th September this year, shortly after the opening of 7th edition of the Obimo Cup tournament between Alur Uganda and Alur DR Congo at Luo Ground Nebi. He further encouraged Alur people to work hard to sustain their families. He notes that the Obimo Cup tournament is one of the activities to commemorate the 14th coronation of King of Alur Kingdom, His Majesty Philip Rauno Larke III, which will be on 26th October 2024 in Pakwach District. Dennis Harindimana, MTN Regional Marketing Coordinator, applauded Alur Kingdom for their partnership to fight teenage pregnancies and child marriages in Greater Nebi.
We are glad to be here, and it has been a very exciting game to see that two countries are coming together to celebrate talent locally made. We definitely continue to pledge and commit to always stand with you until the last game.
Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Today is Thursday. My name is Orak Benson Pastore. This is West Nile Television. The program which is currently going on is a news program called Nilecast. But I am coming up with the other sector called Nilecast Sports. I can confirm to you this week is actual for European night. The European night I am talking about is not UEFA Europa League, not Europa Conference, but the father of European night. I am talking about UEFA Champions League. It all started way back on Tuesday, yesterday, and they are finalizing today. Starting from tomorrow, you will be expecting all the European domestic leagues to bounce back. Before we also talk about the games that have been played in UEFA Champions League that are set to be played today, let's first take a look at what is happening in Ugandan football, more especially what is happening in Star Times Uganda Premier League, and some teams already into match day 2 of Star Times Uganda Premier League. I can confirm to you, UPDF had a brilliant win over the team of Lugazi. Lugazi is one of the newly promoted sides, and they lost the encounter into the hands of UPDF by a goal to nil. Now 2 games been played for UPDF. That means they are having 4 points, because the other time they played into a draw. This one is a win. That means they are now having 4 points. And this is a team, last season they fought relegation throughout till they had to survive towards the closing edges of the season. I am talking about the team of UPDF. Then on the other side, NEC FC, we are actually away to the team of Airtel Chitara, and NEC they are still continuing with their brilliant start to the season. Last weekend they had a 3-win over the team of Vipers, and today they managed to also beat the team in the names of Chitara by 2-1. That means 2 games played, they are having 6 points to their names. And as I speak right now, there is a tough encounter, Kampala derby between Express and the team of Vipers. Vipers, they are trying to look for a way of bouncing back from the humiliation one they had into the hands of NEC FC at the opening of the season. Still a barren draw between the two sides. I mean, Vipers, they are sitting at St. Mary's Tende as the game is going on with the team of Express. And then tomorrow fixtures shall still bounce back with the Bright Stars of Nelson Fonseca took a set to take on URA. Meanwhile, for Kasasiro boys, they will have to travel to Jinza to take on Bull FC, and Maroons will be staying at home as the Lockhorns with Wakiso Giants. And the last game to be played tomorrow shall witness the encounter between Police and the team of Mbara City, and this game will be taking place at Kacheka Stadium, the on ground for the team of Mbara City. Why don't we then jet to Europe and talk about European nights? As I said, it's all about the father of European nights called UEFA Champions League. We started all the way on Tuesday with so many games, but before I give you how things transpired on Tuesday and also yesterday, let's first take a look at the games to be played. And we actually a few minutes right now for the kickoff of the game between Feyenoord and the team of Bayer Leverkusen. Feyenoord is a team from Dutch Eredivisie, meanwhile Bayer Leverkusen is a team from German Bundesliga. And then also at the same time, just a quarter to the hour of 8 p.m., Soccer Lisboa Benfica from Portugal shall be having a date with Red Star Belgrade that comes from Serbia. And then at 10 p.m. East African time, Atalanta, the not now defending champions, because they are playing in UEFA Champions League, I should say, the winners of last season's UEFA Europa League, they'll be locking horns with Arsenal. Meanwhile, at the same time also, RB Leipzig from that's German Bundesliga is taking a trip away to Wanda Metropolitan to tackle it out with Atletico Madrid. And also new entries into European football called Brest from France shall be staying at home as they take on Sturm Graz. This game will also be at 10 p.m. East African time. Both teams are new entries into UEFA Champions League. Sturm Graz from Austria and Brest from French League One. And the last game to be played tonight shall see the encounter between AS Monaco as they'll be welcoming at home. That's Estadio da Luz 2, a team called Barcelona. And then take a look at the games that we have played yesterday. Bologna played into a barren draw with the team of Shakhtar Donetsk from Ukraine. Meanwhile, Salzburg, we are humiliated by Sparta Prague. That comes from Czech by 3-0. Salzburg is a team that comes from Austria. Meanwhile, Slovan Bratislava, that comes from Slovenia, lost into the hands of Celtic 5-1. For Borussia Dortmund, though they were away, they managed to put a star performance up against Club Brugge. That comes from Belgium, beating them by 3-0. The only game that did not produce goals, as a goal was the encounter between Inter and Man City, which ended in a barren draw. Meanwhile, for Paris Saint-Germain, they needed an OG from Paul Gazaniga to see that they beat Girona by 1-0. By the way, Paul Gazaniga, former custodian for the team of Spurs, is now playing for the team of Girona in Spanish Primera Division. And then on Tuesday, European night for 2024/2025 season was commenced by these games, with Juventus having a 3-1 win over PSV Eindhoven. Meanwhile, for Aston Villa, they managed to beat the Young Boys by 3-0. Liverpool had 3-1 win over AC Milan, with Bayern Munich humiliating Dynamo Zagreb by 9-2. For Real Madrid, they got it late against Stuttgart of Germany, 3-1. And the last game was between Sporting Lisboa, that comes from Portugal, beating Lille of France by 2-0. These are not the only games that are currently going on, and today we'll be having an encounter in Spanish Primera Division between Leganés and Athletic Bilbao. Meanwhile, yesterday night, games were also played in EFL Carabao Cup, with Brighton edging out the Wolves by 3-2. Meanwhile, for Coventry, they lost into the hands of the team of Spurs. We saw the team of Real Betis beating Getafe by 2-1. I am out of the studio. Have the best of your night. Let's link up again tomorrow for Friday edition of NILE Sports News with the same guys, same name. That's Orak Benson Pastore.
Thank you, Rako Benson Pastore, for that sports news and that sports highlight. We've come to the end of the NILEcast on Nile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that will follow. Please, may we see you tomorrow, same time, same place. My name's Okumari.